Good afternoon and welcome to the East Texan Sports Report. I'm your host, Tyler McDonough, joined by my co-host, Drew Ivery. We've got plenty of sports to talk about today, so Drew, kick it off with football for us.
Football team ranked number 18 in the AFCA coaches poll. They're going to be facing Western New Mexico Mustangs this weekend on Saturday at 1 p.m. in Silver City, New Mexico. The Lions are 2-0 all-time against the Mustangs, and look for the Lion defense to make a comeback from last week as they let 47 points get put up on the board by the Tarleton Texans. But Lions are ranked number 22 in D2 football, so still a strong team, still got a chance to make the playoff.
Yeah, big time. Next 4 weeks is important for them. They, we were looking at the rankings the other day, and they're 18th now, I believe. They're right at 8. They're right at 18, and if you go down the list 1 through 18 in the regional rankings, they're right there at 7. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be 7th when they release the regional rankings, but if they do go off the 1 through 18 and see who's top 7 out of that, the Lions would be 7th in the regional rankings. So the next 4 weeks is important for them. They've got a couple big time games. West Texas is going to be a big one, and Angelo is a big one. Fortunately, both of those games that are home, they're both home games. So. Hopefully the Lions can pull those out. So
yeah, WT is going to be a tough battle as they beat Central Washington this year, a team we had trouble with in the playoffs and barely got past last year. But
big time regional team there.
Yeah, a big help is going to be if the Midwestern University Mustangs take a loss to the Tarleton Texans.
Yeah, that would be kind of conceding the Lone Star Conference championship.
It's all right.
But I think last year proved that we don't really care that much about the Lone Star Conference championship. So, yeah, it would be a big-time help, though, if Midwestern could get by Tarleton.
Yeah, just need a taste of the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, the Lions soccer team is coming off a victory this past Sunday in which they beat UT Permian Basin 2-0. The Lions are back in action tonight versus number 14 West Texas A&M. The game was supposed to be here in Commerce, but unfortunately, with the amount of rain that we've been getting lately, the game's going to have to move to Kyle Field in Rockwall, not the Kyle Field in College Station. But Kyle Field and Rockwall. The Lions are going to be facing a big-time conference opponent, West Texas A&M. Big-time win if they can pull it off. They've got 4 more games. All 4 of them are home games. Unfortunately, this one is going to be a home game in Rockwall. So if you can get on over to Rockwall, go ahead. But hopefully the Lions can pull something out tonight. They will be playing this Sunday versus Eastern New Mexico. We're not 100% sure where that game is going to be played yet. The field might be ready by then. There's been talks of the game possibly being played at the football field. They'll have to, it's artificial turf. So everything's in good shape there at the football field. It's just if they can transform it over into a soccer field.
Right. And as for the Lion volleyball team, they're ranked number 22 in the AVCA coaches poll. Same as the last week. They stayed packed. They're going to face Texas A&M University Kingsville this weekend on Friday at 7 p.m. They're 19-5 on the season and 11-3 in the Lone Star Conference. So they're still doing well in the season. The only real losses are from Tarleton, who's repeatedly lost to them. But the rest of that, they pretty much dominate the conference. Lone Star Conference Championships begin on November 8th. Look out for Celeste Vela to continue her dominating way as she was near a triple-double in the last game with 10 kills, 15 assists, and 9 digs. So she is a monster out there. And she's a freshman still, too.
She's playing real well.
Reminds me of Emily Otto last year dominating on the softball team.
Yeah, kind of leading the Lions there as a freshman. But, our D2 guys, we'll talk about this here in a minute, but Angelo did lose again to Texas Women's, so now they have fallen out of even a tie for second with us.
Nice.
So now we're the only team right now is behind. We're only behind Tarleton right now. Tarleton has not lost. I do not believe.
Right.
Tarleton's undefeated in conference. We're 11-3, but Angelo's now lost their 3rd and 4th games. We gave them their 3rd loss, which tied them with us. Now they turned around and lost to the Texas Women's. So. We now have sole possession of 2nd place in the conference. It's big time for seeding.
Right.
We don't have to face Tarleton again until maybe the conference championship game because they'll still have a little tournament going on. But
they're tough. I mean, the last game probably would have gone 5 sets if not for a controversial call.
Yeah.
The first game went 5 sets, so it's a brutal matchup. So I mean, the Lions are still very much in it every time they play them. They've beaten the national champions from last year, so they know that they're capable of winning and beating Tarleton, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, the women's golf program is going to finish up their fall schedule next Monday and Tuesday as they're going to travel to Albuquerque, New Mexico to play in the Fort Lewis Fall Intercollegiate. The tournament is going to be – Fort Lewis is in Colorado, but the tournament is being held, like I said, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Sarah Wongseth has led the Lions all year, transfer from Kennesaw State. She leads the Lions with a 73 scoring average.
Nice.
Played real well all year. The Lions have played – the ladies have played great all semester. They're coming off a 5th place finish in Dallas at the Dallas Baptist Patriot Classic, and the ladies have played real well.
As for the cross-country team, coming up on Tuesday, they're going to be in action at 5:10 p.m. as they travel to Angelo to compete in the Angelo State Cross Country Classic. Doing a 6K, and the men will be following them at 5:45 p.m. doing an 8K. So look out for that news, updated on lineathletics.com.
And if you guys did not hear yet, basketball is back. Yes.
Hey.
Yes, basketball is back. Not just college basketball, but we got our NBA back. But that's not our area of expertise. But
not today.
Not today. That's for Lions After Dark on Tuesday nights. So, but yes, the men and women's basketball programs are back. The women will be November 1st in an exhibition game as they're going to travel to Waco to take on the Baylor Bears. Big time. That'll get them going. Baylor's one of those big time D1 powerhouses every single year
going to be a
in
real
women's
test.
Basketball. Yeah, so that'll test them there. That'll be a good test.
It's either going to hurt their pride or they're going to feel good about themselves leaving out of there.
I mean, even if they don't play well, you get to play some good competition there. So, I mean, it'll help them out. So. But they will begin their regular season as they will play in the Lone Star Conference Heartland Challenge. It's like a dual conference meeting up, and they're going to be playing at Lubbock Christian. They'll be playing, Lubbock. They might play Lubbock Christian later on in the tournament, depending on how it goes. But they're going to start the regular season off against Colorado State Pueblo. You can check things out there online at lineathletics.com. They're going to start off with Colorado State Pueblo, and the men are going to be starting just a few days later, November 6th, as they're going to be traveling to UT Rio Grande Valley, another Division I school. That is just an exhibition game, but the men will start their regular season November 9th, as they're also going to be playing in the Lone Star Conference Heartland Challenge, but that will not be in Lubbock. That will be in Lawton, Oklahoma. The men will take on Oklahoma Christian. They usually start off with them just about every year. Once again, that's November 9th. So basketball is back. Check out my guy right here, Drew. He got to interview Coach Burton this last week. We put it up on East Texan Online on Twitter and on our YouTube page. So get there and check it out. It's a great interview. Burton's a great guy.
Yes, great guy.
Good. He's really easy to talk to. So check things out with him if you haven't seen that interview yet.
And stay tuned here coming up next week. Tyler will have his own interview with Coach Rose from the men's basketball team. So make sure you check that out on the East Texan Online on Twitter as well. And that's it for today. Check out all things on TMUCEastTexan.com and follow us on social media.